at another Excel recording. This is going to be the big assignment that's after class heights called US Temps in Excel. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 seasons: April, July, September, and January. So you're going to take those, research all the major cities in US and find the temperatures, the average temperatures for that, put in Excel, and we're going to do descriptive statistics and a histogram for each one of those. So you're going to end up having a total of 8 descriptive statistics and 8 histograms. All right, so let's get started with Excel. So the first thing you're going to do is go in here, open Excel from your desktop so that we have a new Excel. Okay. First thing I want to make sure on Excel is go to File. All right, come down here. Yours might say More, or it might say Options down here. You want to click Options, hit Add-ins, Analysis Tool Pack. Okay, and then come down to the Go button and make sure, if you don't have that checked, make sure that you have a check mark on Analysis Tool Pack. All right, and then you're good to go. All right, so we have this. The first thing I want to do is hit Autosave, OneDrive, and we are going to call this US Temps in US Temps. Let's just call it that, US Temps, and I'm just going to put instruction. Okay, you can put whatever, but that's making sure that we auto save. It's on. All right, we've checked everything, make sure that we have our stuff, and then we're going to get going. All right, so the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a couple tools here and some tricks. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to open up Google. Okay, so come down here and then open up Google Chrome. Okay, got it. And in the tab bar for Google Chrome, I want you to type in US Temps in April. All right, you see mine already came up. And then I want you to come down to the second thing called Current Results. That's the website, and left click, it says Current Results for Average Temperatures for Large US Cities in April. And you're going to get all this data. Now, there's some ads in between here. So you're going to have to put in all this data with the highs from Atlanta all the way down to DC. All right, it's like 57 of those. So you're going to have to do some data entry. The easiest way I have found that to do is to take this here. Now watch, I'm going to go to this title bar, left click, and I'm going to hold and I'm going to move it to the left until it pops in like that. Then you can see that document that you did with Excel. If not, you can go find it. But if you click on that, it puts both of these right next to each other. And then if I come down until you see this little bar, left click, pull them all the way down so you have room, and look what you have. You have a sheet of Excel on the right that we saved, and then we have all of our cities on the left. Now, I'm only going to do April. You're going to have to then go in and do US Temps in July, and then US Temps in September, and then US Temps in January, and you're going to need to do 4 of those. So I'm just going to do the first section so you see how it's done. And this is sheet 1. All right, I want you to double left click when you come down to this tab, and I want you to make this April. All right, then I want you to hit the plus button to the right, and that's going to be sheet 2. I want you to make that July. And then I want you to hit the other plus sign, and I want you to double left click on sheet 3, and I want you to make that September. Whoops, I made a mistake. So you just hit X and then type in September. Okay, hit the other plus sign next to that and double left click on sheet, and we're going to put in January. Boom. So now you have April, July, September, January. Left click on April. This is what we're going to start with. Okay. And then we are going to type in A1, all caps, highs, and B1, all caps, lows. And if you want to bold that, you certainly can. You can hit Control B. While that's selected, go to that one, Control B, and it highlights. And then I want you to very carefully look over here and start typing in 74, 80, 67, 75. Now, I've already done this and I saved it over here. So you're going to have to type it in, but I'm going to actually copy and paste because I've already done this. So, let me go back to that screen if it will let me. Yeah, go back here and I'm going to paste all that in. Okay. And then my lows, I'm going to go back in. So this is going to take you about 10 minutes probably to do. If you're a really good typist, might take you quicker. I mean, that's why I took typing in high school, because can always use it. Definitely will use it in trade school or college. Always helpful to be to have some typing. And then I'm going to paste these in. So again, do not try to paste the same numbers in. I will take a look at those. So if you do type in all these and then do the same, you're going to see that it comes all the way down, and mine's a little off. I must have missed some over here. Let me just see. And so let me just see what I missed. All right. In the highs, and that should be an easy fix. So if I look over here, what did I do? Oh, I see what I did. I actually switched those up, highs and lows. I put the highs on the right and the lows on the lows on the right and the highs on the left. And that's not what I've got over here. So I'm gonna fix it. You can just type it in, but mine's gonna be lows over here and highs. So sometimes, you just gotta figure out what the data is. It's not gonna make sense if the numbers don't line up. 74 is definitely higher than all these numbers are definitely higher. So let's see where I missed on the highs. On the highs, I had 70, 68, 50, 48. Ooh. So somewhere I'm off. Oh boy. That ain't good. All right, you want to make sure that you have everything in here. So somewhere in here, let's just see what I did. 48, 50, 50. I'm just seeing if there's anything I can see right away, but I don't see it. 69, 59. Hopefully you're just typing in them accurately. Apparently I did not. So let me go over. Let's see what I did. Maybe I missed some down in here. This is an old sheet. Which one am I missing? Am I missing the lows? No, I'm missing the highs. You can just kind of go through, folks, because you can just be typing in and just scroll through. Hopefully this won't take me too long. All right, let me see if I can't select all these and see if it'll fix what I'm doing. If not, oh Mickey, come on. If not, sorry, I'm gonna have to do something else. All right, let's see if this will do. Nope. All right. Well, somehow I must have made a mistake over here in the low column. Let me just see if I did on the low column. I think I must have screwed this up somehow. Easy to make mistakes. All right, so let me copy that and see if that's what it was. I picked the one that I made a mistake on. All right, let's put it over here. All right, let's see if this fixed it. Nope. All right, folks. So give me a second. I'm gonna have to open up, see if I can open up another one. US temps period, US temps 8. Let me try this one. All right. I'm gonna steal some information from over here. Come on. Get out of here. All right, let's try it again. All right, so I'm gonna do all the highs and lows. Sorry, guys. You're just gonna have to, you're gonna actually have to really scroll through this because I made some mistakes, so I apologize. But hopefully after this, all right, I'm gonna go back to exactly the way that you're doing it. All right, and highs and lows, and now they're, well, and then we don't need this bottom part because I don't need that. So this is what you should have, something like this, everything even, starting with the highs and the lows. Here's my highs, 74 and 53, and I just went all the way down and made sure that my columns are even, so I apologize for that. All right, so now we can, once you enter the data, now again, we're going to do this same thing for July, for September, and January. So if you just want to go ahead, maybe one of the easiest things to do is just go ahead and find out that data. So if you come back in over here into Google and then do the next one, which is July, you're going to get, find that same website, current results, and these are all July. So you're going to have to take all of these numbers and go to the July tab, okay? Type in high and low, and then enter all those numbers. They're totally different numbers, okay? But I'm not going to do all those. I'm just going to do April and give you an example, and then you're going to do the same thing in all the rest. So once you get the data in April done, go ahead and click and widen this so that you can have full use, okay? And what are we going to do first? We're going to do descriptive statistics. So we're going to have highs and then lows. So we're going to do data analysis, and we're going to do descriptive statistics. Now, see how mine came up with numbers because I did some stuff before? Clear all these numbers out of the rectangular boxes to the right. So input range, blinking in the clear spot in the white rectangle. I want to come up to all the numbers in my high, come all the way down, just in the high column, and let go. Okay? Then I want to hit output range button, left click in the blank spot, and then I want to tell it where I want to put it. I'm going to put it right next door. Okay, left click like in D1 and hit summary statistics, and then I want you to click OK. And look what I've got. I've got a nice data. I'm going to open this up so I can read the words on the left, just like we did before. I'm going to highlight these numbers, make them 2 decimal places. Home, come over here, click that. This again, you should start to become familiar with this now. Now, the one thing I'm going to do different here is because column 1, and I'm putting 2 things together, I want to make sure that I know which one of this is, and these are high temps. So I'm going to, instead of column one, I'm going to say high temps. And look what I've got. That's high temps. All right. And then I'm going to do a data descriptive statistic for the lows. Same thing. Clear all these numbers out. You can pause me, slow me down if you have to, but I don't want to, bore you to death with all this. Input range is, again, the lows now, not the highs. Stay in just that column. And we're going to select that. Select output range. Left click in the empty space. And I'm going to put this right next door. Summary statistics. And I'm going to hit OK. Notice I have different data. And then I'm going to go ahead and span that out. I'm going to select these numbers. Go to home. And then I'm going to change those to 2 decimal places. And there you go. That's about 75% done. We still have to do a histogram, right? So just like class heights, we need to do bins for each one of these. So I'm going to be right underneath highs. I'm going to type in bins, B-I-N-S. And what we need to do is look at our minimum. Our minimum is 55 and our maximum is 86. So I think if we start and if we do increments of 5 degrees, it'll probably work out pretty good. I'm going to actually start 5 below 50, 55, which is 50, and I'm going to go in increments of 5. So 50, 55, 60, 65, all the way past our max, which is 86 to 90. So I got 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. All right, and that is the bins for my highs. Let's go over to the lows and let's just get those ready. So I'm going to type it right next to, right on the same line, bins. And this data is going to be a little different because this is the lows. Notice that the lows, the minimum is 34, and then the max is 70. All right, so let's try 30. Let's just start with 30 and do the same thing. We'll go up increments of 5. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and I'll go 5 over. And there's your bins. All right, so let's do some histograms. We'll put them kind of up around here to the right. So data analysis, histogram, hit OK. Clear any data that was in there from your descriptive statistics. I like to clear this so that I'm starting fresh. Cursor in the top input range, it's blinking. Pick the same thing on our highs, all of our high data. Okay, that's what our input range is. Let go. Our bin range now, this is the only thing that's different. We're going to pick the bins for the highs, which is 50 to 90. Output button checked. Make sure that that cursor is in the output range, and let's just put it where do we want? I guess we could put it underneath. Actually, let's put it right there and hit OK. And there is your histogram. Now notice you can left click in that space and move your histogram. You can just put it right over top of that. All right, that looks fine. And then I want to change my bins because that is high temps. I'm going to left click. I'm going to put in US US high temps. My keyboard is a little finicky because it's not bin, that's generic. We want to make sure that this reflects. So US high temps, pretty decent bell-shaped curve there. And then let's go do one for the lows. Data analysis, histogram, clear all that data out because we don't want that data for the highs. We want it for the lows now. And what do you think we're going to put in the input range? All the stuff in the lows. So that comes all the way down and you hit boom. And then we're going to do bin range for the lows, which is that. And then output range, we're going to check that button. Let's put it right next door. Make sure chart output is selected and hit OK. And it threw it up there a little bit, but you can bring it down, kind of put it right next to it. Okay. And then where it says bins, double click on that and we'll put US low temps. All right. So folks, that is exactly what it should look like. I've got all the data on the left. I've got, oh, the only thing I didn't do, see this column 1 here? Let's make sure we change that to low temps. Forgot to do that. All right, so everything should look like this. I've got data, all my descriptive statistics, 2 decimal places for both. I've got my bins for both, and then I've got my histograms. All right, so you're going to go into July and do the exact same thing. Type in highs, lows, do all your descriptive statistics and histogram, and then the same thing for September down here in January. So you should have one document with all that data in there. Save it, go back into Teams, hit what's the word, attach file, and then go ahead and put this in there, and you should be good to go, folks. So thank you very much, and enjoy.